The Pictish furniture bundle has rolled back onto Conan's Bazaar, offering some quite scarce Pictish decorations for around your house. However, at a pretty staggering cost, is it worth your money? Today, we're going to find out. Quick shameless self-promo, consider checking out my content over on Patreon where you can get videos early, or just join for free to see video previews and progress logs for the upcoming Settlers Season 4. Plug over, let's get into the bundle. The Pictish furniture set comes in at an enormous 3,270 Crom coins, equivalent to $27.25. The bundle contains the following items: the Pictish Warchief table, the Pict Warchief chair, the Pictish shelf, the Pictish fur rug, the Pictish lamp, the Pictish shaman incense burner, and the Pict Warchief's memento. So, let's start with the table. The Pict Warchief's table is an average sized table, about on par with the base game options. It has a very rough wood design with a detailed leather cover on the top, bones hanging from it, and some Pictish pattern work. As tables go, it's quite simple, but it does have a very nice design on the top that sets it apart from the rest. Subtle, simple and rustic, it carries the Pictish vibe without being too extravagant. The Pict Warchief's chair is a decent sized seat made mostly of decorated and stylised bones, with fur draped across the seat and the backrest. Anyone sitting in it will use the standard chair pose. The chair, though simple, is quite nicely detailed. It has a good design and balance and looks quite impressive without being as grand as something like a big throne. Overall, quite a nice and stylised piece of seating. The Pictish shelf is a small wall-attached shelf decorated with feathers and two large horns. The shelf is undeniably Pictish in design, but is also pretty small compared to even the regular base game shelf. Because of that, the placeable area is also quite small, so this will only really be useful for holding small things like mugs. The shelf is nicely designed, but I think it's a bit impractical. I think the actual shelf plate should have been much larger to make it something you can actually use to hold things other than small trinkets. The Pictish fur rug is quite simple. It has a darker bear pelt on the bottom with a lighter painted pelt on top. This is honestly probably one of the best fur rugs in the game. The others are obnoxiously thick, whereas this one has been stamped flat and is quite well made. There's not much more to it than that. Fur rugs in Conan are generally more miss than hit, but this one is certainly quite well done. The Pictish lamp is a very small light source made of a clay pot containing oil and a wick, alongside a handle of decorated bone. Light-wise, it's about equivalent to the oil lamp, though a little smaller and easier to squeeze into corners or on shelves. The lamp is alright, not fantastic, but not bad. It would work well for a desk or bedside table, but probably not in many other places. The Pictish shaman incense burner is a wall decoration made of a patterned skull, with incense burning in the eyes and nose and smoke pouring from the orifices, with some decorative bones and feathers around it. It actually shares a little design motif with the Pictish wizard armour, which I think is a really nice touch. The incense burner is rather good. It's nicely made, just about the right size, and hits the design vibe perfectly. Finally, the Pict Warchief's memento is a human-sized statue carved of wood, representing a Pictish figure adorned with skulls, bones and Pictish paint. This is a pretty unique statue, and I think it's quite good. It could have been a little larger, but it's nicely designed with a lot of intricate details, and it absolutely screams of a savage Pictish influence. Also, I'm happy to say that on the bugs front, I've actually not found any issues with these items so far. So, the ultimate question, is the bundle worth your money? Well, you already know my thoughts about the items themselves, and whilst most of them range from alright to actually pretty good, what's not good is the price. I'll be honest, $27? Kinda crazy. Nice as some of the pieces are, I simply can't recommend it. Even at half the cost it'd be a stretch, but this price, to be honest, is borderline comical. It's a big shame that the Pictish culture has so few placeables. Well, it's not really been explored all that much outside of the Stalker and Dancer bundles and the DLC of course, but this price just isn't it, I'm afraid. Nicely made, consistently designed, unique in some aspects, this bundle has some really wonderful offerings. But all that being said, unfortunately the contents feel nowhere near the price point. Thus, I cannot recommend it. Anyway, that will wrap us up for today. I didn't get a chance to review this bundle when it first came out, but hopefully this video can still help people to make a more informed decision about the Pictish furniture set. Thank you for watching, and a massive thanks to our wonderful esteemed coffee cultists for continuing to support the channel over on Patreon. If you want to support the channel here on YouTube and get some exclusive perks, take a look at the new channel memberships available by clicking join just below this video. Take care, and I'll see you soon.